Hey YouTube! It's your buddy Jax, and I'm here with a variety update for you guys today. Variety meaning I got everything. DVDs, I got one Blu-Ray, it's better than nothing. And VHSs, it's been a while since I actually did a VHS update. You'll notice lately I've been focusing more on DVDs, Blu-rays, and it's not because my love for VHS stopped, no, far from it. It's actually the opposite. I've been buying so much VHS since the summer that I would have so much to talk about, and it would be such a long, never-ending video. So what I did, I just picked out like the highlights that I picked up lately, because I did pick up some pretty sweet VHSs that I thought you guys would enjoy. So yeah, shall we get on with it? I'll start with the VHSs. So here we go. Start out with a bang for this video. This here I found it at a thrift store, and I didn't know what it was at first, but here it is. Huh? Fuzzy little thing. This is an Ed Wood triple feature VHS box set. It's made, it's pink and fuzzy because it's made to look like the, I think it's the Angora sweater from Glenn or Glenda, the female lead wears. I think. I haven't watched the movie yet. Actually, the only Ed Wood movie I've seen so far is Plan 9 from Outer Space. So this is the only one I've seen, but this box set also comes with Glenn or Glenda. So I'm guessing that's the sweater right there. And it also comes with Bride of the Monster. So yeah, this cost me less than $3, and it goes for about $30 online, so I was pretty psyched to find it. It's a cool looking thing. Yeah, I had no idea. From afar, I thought it was a tissue box. I was like, what's this doing with the VHSs? It's a pretty cool box set. And then about a week later, I went back to the same thrift store and I found this. The Ed Wood movie, directed by Tim Burton, starring Johnny Depp, filmed in black and white. I actually never saw this one. I was talking to Lucas a few days ago, and he loves it. He was telling me about it, so I'm really looking forward to watching it, and then watching the actual Ed Wood movies. So yeah, Ed Wood. Try to not make my tapes fall all over the place. Alright, so the same day that I found that Johnny Depp Ed Wood, I found these two tapes, and I was so psyched. I couldn't believe it. I've been wanting these for a long time. They're pretty pricey online and hard to find. Here we go. Freddy's Nightmares. I got two tapes here. For those of you who don't know, this is the Freddy Krueger TV series that aired in the late 80s. It's not really, other than Freddy Krueger, they're not linked to the movies per se. It's like an anthology series in the vein of Tales from the Crypt, but instead of the Crypt Keeper, you have Freddy Krueger hosting. And Krueger is actually, in a few episodes, he's actually part of the story. So yeah, this ran for, I think, 44 episodes, 2 seasons. And it was never released on DVD in North America, so there's only 5 episodes available on VHS, and I have 2 of them. I have Lucky Stiff and Dreams That Kill, and I enjoyed them actually. I'd really like to see more of the series. Dreams That Kill is really cool. It's about a talk show host that wants to do, because there was a teenager that died in his dreams or something, and the talk show host wants to do an episode about that, but Freddy Krueger's telling him, don't do it, and it goes on from there, and it's really cool. I really hope that these get a proper DVD release eventually. So yeah, Freddy's Nightmares. Next up, this one was cool. Another thrift store find. I've seen this cover art on YouTube time and time again, and I couldn't pass it up. Mountaintop Motel Massacre. This is the Anchor Bay release, originally released on New World Video. So yeah, I'm pretty curious about it. I checked out the trailer. It looks like a really cheesy time, but I know, this cover art, couldn't pass it up. And the last VHS I have to talk about here is this one here, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. This is one I couldn't pass up. The box is really beat up here. As you can see, the side flap is loose, but it's okay. I actually took this to replace the other VHS copy I have, because the other one I have, the case is in better condition, so I'll keep the case and I'll keep this tape, because my other tape, see, I bought this about 6 years ago, and the other tape, right in the middle of Peter Criss's acoustic solo of Beth, someone taped over it. It's only for about 20 seconds, but it feels like forever. You know, you're listening to Peter Criss sing Beth, and out of nowhere you get this weird French clothing store commercial. And yeah, it always pissed me off, but I kept the tape. I never could find it in my heart to get rid of the tape, just because it's Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. You know, it's a bad movie, and I think that's why I like it. I like the badness. You know, I like how bad it is. It's just such an enjoyable time. Yeah, so, and it's pretty hard to find. So if ever you stumble upon a copy, pick it up. Let's go on to the DVDs. This is one here that was given to me by my buddy Noel for Christmas, and it's pretty cool. I had seen the case before, never saw the movie. It intrigued me. It's 80s, and it's My Bodyguard, and I watched it and I really enjoyed it. It stars Chris Makepeace. He played Rudy in the original Meatballs with Bill Murray. He was also in a 1986 comedy horror called Vamp, which I really like. So yeah, that's him right there. I don't know if you can see him, but yeah, basically he moves to a new town, he goes to a new school, and then there's a bully, Matt Dillon, and you know, who wants his lunch money every day or something, and then you know, to kind of protect himself, he gets a bodyguard played by Adam Baldwin, but he's really like, you know, take no shit kind of guy, and really hard to talk to. Even, you know, even the main kid, he's his bodyguard, he can't even talk to him. But you know, it's really cool. You had lots of early appearances. You have Joan Cusack has a small role in here, and must have been her first role. She's really young, got braces, looks really geeky. So yeah, My Bodyguard, fun time. Really fits well in my collection. And I picked up Flight of the Conchords Season 2. If you remember, in my last DVD update, I talked about Season 1, and I found Season 2 for $10 at Walmart, so I had to pick it up. This one here, I liked it. I enjoyed it very much, but not as much as the first one, I gotta say. Because the first one, they already had their songs. Their songs already existed, so they kind of just, you know, rode around that. But this one here, they had to write the songs specifically for the episodes. So it kind of has a different feel, but it still works. It's different, but it's still good. So Flight of the Conchords is the second and last season. There's only 2 seasons, which is a shame, but it's just awesome. I love it. This one here, never seen it, heard about it. Switchblade Sisters. Got this for $2.50 at a grocery store around the holidays. And this was released by Quentin Tarantino's Rolling Thunder Pictures. So a lot of people mistake that it's a Quentin Tarantino movie because they see his face here, but it's not. It's actually a movie from the 70s directed by Jack Hill. But in the late 90s, Quentin Tarantino re-released it through his Rolling Thunder Pictures. You know, just to kind of give it more recognition because it's a movie that he really enjoyed back in the day. So yeah, so it's still sealed. Haven't opened it yet. Looking forward to it. Heard good things about this from my boys JT of the Dead and Movie John 75. I heard them talk about it. So really looking forward to it. Switchblade Sisters. Oh, and here's the only Blu-ray I picked up so far this year. And okay, I found this. I went on a road trip to Halifax, Nova Scotia with some friends back in January, and there was a HMV having a closing sale, and I found this Blu-ray, and I've been looking for this movie for a long time. I couldn't pass it up. I actually did pass it up the first day, and then I kicked myself, so the next day I was like, can we go back to the HMV? I gotta go pick up this movie. And I'm so glad I did. Frankenhooker by Frank Henenlotter. This is such a good comedy horror, so over the top, so cheesy, right up my alley. It's really great. The story is kind of complex. I'm gonna try to explain it as quickly and best as I can. It's this guy. He's like slash electrician slash scientist, and his girlfriend is killed in a tragic lawnmower accident. So the only part of her body he can save is her head. So he tries to, you know, he wants to get a body for her, but of course he wants to get the perfect body. So he goes roaming the streets of New York, I think, and then, you know, gets prostitutes, and, you know, I'm not going to go into detail or anything, but there's an accident, so he finds himself with a bunch of prostitute limbs. So he takes the best ones and makes like a puzzle, if you will, and builds her the perfect body. So she wakes up, but for some reason she has the knowledge of the hookers. So she becomes Frankenhooker. She just goes roaming the streets saying stuff like, want a date? Looking for some action? So it's really an entertaining good time. The lead actress, which I can't remember her name right now, but she's amazingly funny, got great comedic timing, and there's an interview with her on here, and I watched it, and I gotta say I fell in love with her a little bit. She's just so smart and awesome and funny, and yeah. So Franken, definitely pick it up if you stumble upon it. Alright, and I also picked up, this is recently, at the Parlor Pawn Shop, Saturday Night Live, the best of Tom Hanks. Couldn't pass this up, it was like $2. I didn't have this one, and I really enjoyed it. Had quite a few skits, a lot of skits I had seen, and lots that I hadn't seen, like Mr. Short-Term Memory. I really enjoyed that one, so I like Tom Hanks, and he's been a host of SNL for quite a few times now, so really great to see his best skits. And this one here is a DVD I've been wanting to find for a while. I don't hear many people talking about this movie. I don't think it's a really well-liked movie, but I like it quite a bit. It's Showtime with Eddie Murphy and Robert De Niro. This one to me is one of Eddie Murphy's better recent comedies, because for a while, you know, he's doing stuff like Dr. Dolittle and Daddy Daycare, and, you know, family movies that I just didn't care for. But this one here was kind of bounced back from his older type of humor, I thought. I saw it in theaters actually when it came out, 2002 I believe. And yeah, and I stumbled upon it quite a bit, but every time I find it, it's usually the full screen edition, which, you know, I much prefer widescreen, so I'd always pass it up. But I found it widescreen. I don't see this edition very often, so I had to pick it up. Watched it the other day. Still enjoyed it just as much. So, Showtime. Oh, this is a cool blast from the past year. I just couldn't pass this one up as well. Unsolved Mysteries, and this is Volume 1 of Ghosts. There's 2 DVDs here, and a lot of ghost stories. I didn't watch much of it yet. I popped it in and watched maybe 4 or 5 episodes, but the episodes on here, they're just like 5-10 minutes a piece. It's just like the best ghost stories from the series. But yeah, this is great because it's very sentimental to me. Like, I remember watching that show growing up. My dad would tape it every week, and on the weekend, you know, my family and I would gather around the TV and just watch it, and it would scare the shit out of me. Like some of the stories, and even the theme song is just so eerie. But unfortunately, they changed it for the DVD. It's a different tone. Like, the theme song has got the same beat, but it's a lot milder, not as scary as I remember it. But yeah, Unsolved Mysteries with Robert Stack. I just couldn't pass it up. Good memories. These next 3, well, the final 3, picked up at a pawn shop in Bathurst, my hometown. I went there a few days ago and chilled with Lucas. We went to a pawn shop, and this one here for $2, couldn't pass it up. JCVD with Jean-Claude Van Damme. This is actually a surprisingly good movie. Like, I remember I worked in a video store when it came out, and people were bashing it, saying, "Oh, it makes no sense. Half of it's in French, half of it's in English. He plays himself. It's not even like a movie, you know." Like, but it is a movie. He does play himself, but it's still a movie. It's acted out and everything, and it's a surprisingly good action flick. Lucas actually introduced it to me maybe like 2 years ago, and yeah, it's. A lot of people bash it, but I mean, if you're a fan of Jean-Claude Van Damme, you're most likely to enjoy it. It's I know everyone who's seen it that bring it up, they'll tell you about the speech that he has during the end of the movie, and it's actually a very effective speech. Like, you watch it, you're like, oh my god, this guy can act. It even says in the back here, where did I see that quote? Oh, here, he deserves not a black belt, but an Oscar. You know, and I don't know if I go as far as saying that, but he definitely can act. that much is true. So JCVD, definitely give it a chance. You know, it's a lot better than some people say it is. And the same pawn shop. This is cool, $2. Couldn't pass it up. Casino Royale, the original James Bond spoof before there ever was an Austin Powers. This is from 1967 with Peter Sellers and Woody Allen's in this, and Orson Welles. I don't know much more about it. I didn't really look into it. I just know about it, and I saw it for $10 at the store the other day, and this was $2 at a pawn shop. So I'm like, for $2, I'll pick it up. So Casino Royale, looking forward to it. It's got a long running time. It's 131 minutes. Well, it's not too bad, I guess. It's over 2 hours. So really curious about this one. And last but certainly not least, this is one that I've been curious about for a long time. Heard a lot about it. Great 70s Animals Gone Wild movie. Frogs. This is the MGM DVD starring Ray Milland and Sam Elliott. And yeah, I believe my buddy Cyber81976, I think, talked about this in one of his updates in the past. And it's actually, I read about it in the in this month's issue of Horror Hound magazine. They talk about it. They have like an A to Z of 70s exploitation, and this was under the F section, Frogs. So $2, couldn't pass it up. The first time I heard about this, I was looking up Warner clamshells online, and this was originally released as a Warner clamshell back in the day. So yeah, really don't know much more about that, but really curious, and you know, hope it's a good time. Well, yeah, that is it for my purchases of the year so far. I try not to buy too much, but you know, because I gotta watch my money. But I got quite a good viewings ahead of me. I think I'm really looking forward to a lot of these. So I hope you enjoyed watching, guys, and take care. And I'll be back soon. Peace out.